So hello and very good morning dear students. Welcome to the mathematics class. As we were on the chapter relation and function and we were doing 1.3 exercise. Now I told you that we will do some questions and then we will head to the next topic, that is composition of function. Okay, so let's see some questions first of all and then we'll head to the next topic. Okay, so let's start with the 21st question of exercise. Find the range of fx which is equal to sin x plus cos x. Now to do this question you have a particular way. You can see the same question, the next one is of same kind of question. So in that also you have to use this processing. Now let us understand what is that. As fx is in the form fx is equal to r cos alpha sin x plus r sin alpha cos x. So you can see that this function is of the model this one. Okay. So there is a particular processing for doing this question. If you could remember, you can do any question with this. So if we can compare these two, can we say this r cos alpha is equal to 1 and here r sin alpha is equal to 1? Okay. So let us consider this to be the first equation and this to be the second equation. Now let's square both of them. We got r square cos square alpha equal to 1, r square sin square alpha equal to 1. Now let's add these two equations. Okay, you consider this one and this one as first and second. Okay, or else okay, no problem. This one first, second, this one third, and it's fourth. So third equation plus fourth equation, let's add. On adding these two, take r square common, and in the bracket you will get cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, and 1 plus 1 2. So this is 1. So r square is equal to 2, so r is equal to root 2. We got the value of this r. Now on substituting the value of r here and here, we got root 2 cos alpha sin x plus root 2 sin alpha cos x. Now can you see, you can take root 2 common and sin x plus alpha will be the identity. Okay. Now so that means your fx is root 2 sin x plus alpha. Now this alpha also we have to find because this is an unknown quantity. So let's take this 1 and 2. Divide 2 by 1. So second equation divided by first equation. Okay. So we will get tan alpha equal to 1, alpha equal to pi by 4. And let me show you after that what to do. So here we have changed our fx as root 2 sin x plus pi by 4. You know, if you open this, you will surely get sin x plus cos x. So can you understand, see how we have converted our question? Our question was sin x plus cos x actually. So we molded the sin x plus cos x in this way, under root of sin x plus pi by 4. Why? Why we did that? Because we were having two functions, sin x plus cos x. So we could not classify its range. So what we did, we converted this in a one trigonometric function. Now we know what is the range of sin x. What is that? Minus 1 to 1. So for range, we know minus 1 to plus 1, not minus 1 to plus 1. So we have sin. This will also lie in 1. Sin x will be greater than or equal to minus 1 but less than or equal to 1. So if sin x has this range, then sin x plus pi by 4 will also lie in between that range only. Okay. Now we don't have root 2 because root 2 is here. So multiply root 2 both the sides. So root 2 sin x plus pi by 4 root 2. Now this whole is our fx. I hope you understood this question. Okay, so the same way in the next question you have to do the same processing. Okay, now let's do some other questions. Now some more questions. For that you were given some remarks after the examples of this exercise. That remark is somewhat important for you. Okay, how you need to remember the things that if say for example I am giving you two sets A and B and I am asking you to write the number of functions from A to B. Like say for example if we have a set A, I am taking this example 1, 2, 3 and B is 3, 5. then write the number of functions from A to B. We need to write the number of functions from A to B. How we will write this? Okay, so there is a remark. So let me tell you. A clear formula is given. The number of functions from A to B is defined as n to the power m. Now what is n and what is m? So it is also like A is the number of elements, m is the number of elements in set A, and n is the number of elements in set B. So how many elements are there in set B? 2 to the power 3, 8. So 8 functions can be defined from A to B. Similarly, you have the formula for the number of 1 functions from set A to B. To find the number of 1 function, the formula is NPM. Now this P is a permutation. Okay, I hope you are understanding the meaning of this formula. Okay, because how they came, that you have to think, because they can be understood very clearly why they have used the permutation here, why they have used such type of formula over here, so that you see. Now I am writing the formula for getting the onto function from A to B. So for onto function, if you want to find the number of onto functions from A to B, this formula will be applied. Okay, some cases are given. Then for finding the 1 onto, that is bijection, factorial of m. I hope you understood all this and use the formula. In this question, they are very easy. Okay, objective type questions are there. Now let's start with the next topic, which is to a very important topic, that is composition of functions. Okay, let's start. Okay, so here we are with the next and the very important topic, that is composition of functions. So if you understand the meaning of, if you go on understanding the meaning of composition we know the summing up or combining the things, that is called the composition of function. Means, say for example, if you are taking two functions f and g, and if they are having some domain d1 and d2, okay, and the function is from A to B and our g function is from B to C, then what does the composition of function means? Let's understand with the mapping. So there are three ovals I am making. For this one I am giving A, B and C. Now the function is going from A to B, that means this function is going from A to B. And this g function, this is f. Now this g function is going from B to C. That means this g function is, can you relate, are you able to understand that the function is from A to B, and this B is taken by this some other function g, where it is going from B to C. That means this B is making a link between these two functions, that is f and g. So from B it is going to C with some function g. Now how does they combine, how does they just mix? So here if you can see, this can be connected over here with, if this is some fx function, okay, so f to b, then here to g of fx, because function is from A to B, so it becomes fx. Now B to C, so it becomes gfx. So that is why this is called g of x, fx, or also called g-o-f. This means that if you remember in 11th class, I used function of function in differentiation chapter. If you are remembering it, you might have seen such type of things like sine e to the power x. This is the best example of function of function. How this is the trigonometric function, this is the exponential function, and they are combined together. That is, the angle of the sign is becoming e to the power x. So that is function of function, because this is a trigonometric function, exponential function. And sine sorry, e to the power x, that is a example of function of function. So same they are trying to explain in composition of function, that if the two function are said to be a composite function if the resultant of the two function or we can say function of function. Okay, just let me just read from the book clearly that the composite of two function is called the resultant of the two function, I mean to say at that time, or the function of a function. Okay, so this, please make the diagram and write the definition of it. Now what are some properties of composition of function? The composition of function is an associative case. Okay, that means, what do you mean by associativity? That if you have some h of g of f, it will be equal to g of f of h. Okay, of h. So it's the same at a time. Okay, then if f and g are both 1 1, then g of f is also 1 1. If f and g are both onto, then f of g is g of f will also be onto. This you have to remember. Okay, now we can start the exercise. Let's understand what is the type of questions we will see in this exercise. So let's start with the questions now. Okay, so let's start with the very first question of the exercise. So given if f is in this set having 2, 3, 4, 5 in 3, 4, 5, 9 and some g set 3, 4, 5, 9, can you see these two are same? Okay, that means this is a composite function. They both are composite function. In 7, 11, 15, these things are given in the question. f2 is 3, f2 is 3, f3 is 4, f4 is 5, f5 is 9, and g3 and g4 is equal to 7, g5 is equal to g9, which is 11, and I'm missing one thing. Wait, let me just see the question. I have not written it properly. G3 and G4 is equal to 7. G5 is equal to G9, which is 11. Okay, no issues. And this is the question with us. Okay, we need to find G of f. I already told you that G of f is G of fx. Function of function, G of fx. Now if you take x as 2, so what we will get? G of f2. We have f2 value which is 3, so can we replace this f2 with this 3? So we'll get G of 3. Now G of 3, we already have 7, so the answer of this is what? 7. Now again for G of f3, f3 is 4, so G4 and G4 is 7, so hence the answer will be 7. Similarly for 4 you have 5 and for 5 you have 11. For 5 you have 9, 9, 11. So likewise you have to do the next question. Okay, very easy to understand. I don't think you will find any difficulty in solving it. Okay, let's do one more question. See, one thing I missed here in this, we need to write the G of f as a set. So here, what will be the solution set of this one? So for what we took x equal to 2, our answer was 7. So 2 with 7, 3 with 7 only, and then we took 4 with 11 and 5 with 11. So this was G O F. Okay, did you understand? Now let's do the next question. Now just see here in this question This is third question I've taken from your exercise. You know, I have not rubbed this thing because I want to show something from here. Your GOF was 2, 7, 3, 7, 4, 11, 5, 11. Now what was this? Actually, the main function was G, and we were writing that G2 was coming equal to 7. Here G3 was coming 7. Here G4 was coming 11, and G5 was coming 11. Okay, so here see, F is equal to 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 3, 4, 2. Okay, so the main is our F, main function is F. So the same concept we have to use here also. Here we can say F of 1 is equal to 4. F of 2 is equal to 1. F of 3. So F3 is equal to 3 and F4 equal to 2. Now the same concept goes here also. G1 is equal to 3, G2 equal to 1, G3 equal to 2, and G4 equal to 4. Now can we find GOF, FOG and FOF? Okay, we know the meaning of all these three. So let's start. First of all, GOF. This is G of fx. Now for x we need to take 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for 1, G of f1. What is f1? We have 4. So G4. F1, the value of f1 is 4. So in place of f1 we are putting 4. Now what is G4? G4 is what? 4. So the answer is 4. For x is equal to 2, we have G2 equal to 1 and we have G1 is equal to 3. So you need to understand the things like this. So for FOG and F of F, use the same concept and get the answers. Okay, now let's come to the different kind of questions now. Okay, let's see. Now let's see this question. See, such type of question can be important for you. So just see, given fx is equal to x cube, gx is equal to 2x square plus 1. We have to find f of g and g o f. F of g is, we know, f of gx. Function of function, that is f of gx. Okay, what is the gx given to us? 2x square plus 1. So I just only put this, the value of gx from there, that is 2x square plus 1. Now if I say, if your e to the power x, if say for example, just a little example I am giving you, small example, sorry, fx is e to the power x, and if I ask you what will be then fh, so you will tell me e to the power h. What we did, we only replaced the x, whatever x was there here, the same was here. So whatever h, that means in place of x we put h, so here also we put h. So the same way goes here. If your fx is x cube, but here we need f of 2x square plus 1, so the same x cube will be same, but in place of x we will be putting this whole value, that is 2x square plus 1 the whole cube. Are you getting this? Because this is a cubic function and in place of x we need to put this. Now you open the bracket, can solve easily and get the answer of it. Okay, similarly can we find GOF? So GOF is G of fx. So G of, now you place the value of fx, so this is x cube. Now our main function is 2x square plus 1. So in place of this x we are going to put x cube. So 2x cube the whole square plus 1. So in this x you put x cube. So it will be 2x to the power 6 plus 1. Okay. So likewise try to solve the questions. Okay. I hope after this you will get. Okay. And there's not an Just yes, I can see there's no tough question. If you face any problem in 13th one, I'll take that question in the next video now, and we'll start with the invertible function in the next exercise. Okay, so see the examples and do the questions, and I hope you all will do. Okay, and if you face any doubt, you are free to ask. So we are ending up here. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.